Okay, hello. This video is like kind of a tutorial for impressionist painting technique. Okay, these are four tiny little paintings I made actually when I was in Italy. Because if you ever go to Italy, you're very inspired by the beautiful landscape. It just looks like a painting wherever you go. So yeah, I made these quick little tiny canvases, so they're kind of cute to do. Okay, so you can see it's a very quick and rapid style. Like you don't you don't dwell on detail. You just kind of make loose and shredded brush strokes. Okay, so what I have here is I have a kind of a generic painting here, just a bunch of different brush techniques. We'll just go over really quick. Oops. Okay, like for example, this sky here. What you want to do is you want to use like the tip of the brush, and what I'm doing is I just have blue and white right now. Okay, and I'm going to mix together at the same time and just kind of blend it like this. And again, you want to keep it moving around. If you stay in one area, it's going to get flat. So, and you could just feel out how much you want to put on. All right, and of course, if you have clouds and stuff, we'll get to that. But yeah, just to show you. So this technique, it just makes it more interesting. It makes a more abstract quality to it. Okay, so get a little more white, and just be sparingly when you paint. You don't need a lot. Like just put a little at a time, so you don't waste your paint. Okay, so really fast. I'm just kind of going on this area, and I'm mixing white and blue at the same time. Okay, of course it's different. You can make a sunset sky, all that. We'll go through that another time, but I'm just showing you a very quick way to kind of finish off this sky I started. Okay, so again, this is just kind of a generic approach, and I'm using more of the tip of the brush. Okay, so right away, even though this isn't finished, it's just there's kind of an abstract qualities to it that make it interesting. And of course, that was the original. Impressionism was kind of the beginning of abstract art, and then I'm gonna go back and kind of blend it together. Another thing is when you do skies, is if it's daytime and all, you tend to want to get a little lighter towards the bottom, so we can start working that in like that. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to go too far into it because I want to show you some other things. All right, yeah, this is a very fast tutorial. Okay, so it looks like I said, it keeps the viewer's eye moving around when you have all this texture going on. Okay, so yeah, we can make it. And here's another thing: my canvas is a little wet right now, so when it dries, you could. Take your time, let it dry, and then you can always go back and more. Like right now, it's a little too wet, so I'll come back to that another time. Okay. So now when we make trees, we're jumping right around. All right. And what you should do when you paint, you should always have a little something to put with water, like I'm using a jar or a cup or anything, and you should have some paper towels, because we're doing what's called a dry brush technique. So what you do is you want to rinse your brush and then dry it off the best you can. Okay. We're not really working wet. Okay, we're working like straight out of the tube. Okay, now I'm going to take some green and some yellow. And you can mix colors if you want, but again, the whole point of Impressionism is you kind of mix on the canvas. Okay, so I'm going to make, again, some generic trees really fast. So watch what I'm going to do. Okay, so I have three colors here. Okay, I'm going to put it over here. And again, I'm just, whoops, a little drip. See, that's okay. And hey, if it drips, guess what happens? It's okay, because it dries. See, I dropped a little chunk. We'll let it go. Okay, so again, I'm mixing. You can mix 2 or 3 colors at the same time, and instantly I'm making a tray. Again, make sure you spread it out, because I still, when you look at trees, you can still kind of see the sky. So I don't want to fill up all my space yet. Okay, so my tree is coming along. All right, so again, this is just the beginning. I'm going to layer it, okay, but I'm just showing you, again, a very generic kind of tree. So again, we're always playing with light and dark, okay. Instant tree, right before your eyes, okay. Okay, and then, of course, we could build that up. I'll take a little brown. Again, you could change your design however you want. Boom. All right, so I'm going to just take another brush, a little thin brush. And I'm just going to put my tree here. Trees are kind of fun to do. Again, it's very wet, but it's okay. So I'm going to make the stalk of my tree. Oop, let's get a little don't want to make it too thick, okay? All right, and then you know, another little trick, you could put like a little bit of a branch up here. Again, this is kind of wet, so I can go in and kind of fix it. But you see, you just put a little indication that we're kind of seeing through the trees, all right? And then again, when I'm looking at it, I see like, oh, you know, I could probably add a little more dark. So then again, as it's drying, and acrylic dries pretty fast as I'm using, you could start adding more layers, okay? So again, this is just the beginning. I could keep going on and on with this, okay? So just to show you like that, all right? Let me show you some like really quick water technique, okay? I'm just gonna paint over everything because I can. All right, so let's just put a little water in here. All right, I'm going to change this up. See what I could do? I could change my painting as much as I want. When we do water, we tend to kind of go side to side, okay? So I'm going to make a little water here. Okay, so as you can see, we're just going to go side to side. All right, again, I'm mixing. Actually, I have a little green in there too. It looks kind of nice. So I'm going to make kind of a lake or some kind of river or something, okay? And then I'm going to show you really fast. Again, this is super, super fast. I'll show you some more techniques, but this is just kind of a good way to get started. And then you'll use the references I give you, you know. So, all right, here's a little water, okay? Now, let's just say you have something. Here, let's put some bushes over here really fast, okay? Again, I'm just working from my head. I don't have a reference in front of me, but it's okay. Okay, and you can see I'm just going to put some. Okay. All right, so whatever you put, and actually, no, where's my black? Oh, my black is missing. Where'd he go? Oh, I had black, and it's gone. I was going to add a little black to make it darker, because that's what we do. Sometimes you can add, and when I say a little, just add just a tad, okay? We don't, so we can start making some darker, okay? So I'm going to see it better showing up, okay? All right, so then whatever you do, like let's say, whatever you do on the lands in the water, we want to show a reflection, okay? So let's just say we have some trees here. Again, mine's very wet right now, so it's kind of like, ooh, look at that. There's my little tree line back there. Ooh, look at that, instant painting. Have fun. All right, so whatever's in the water, actually make some different shapes. I'm gonna make my trees a little higher, kind of very Van Gogh-like. Okay, so whatever's on there, when you do in the water, what you want to do is you want to show the reflection. It's not going to connect. So you're going to make like a series, kind of. And again, this is super fast. You guys take your time. So I'm going to make some reflection here in the water. See this instant impressionist painting. Okay, so that's just like a way to do a reflection in the water. Okay. All right, so this looking not so bad, right? Okay, and then of course I'm going to add more dark to my picture. Like I feel like this has to get a little darker. So you could play around with the contrast, but again, this is a very, very, very basic, you know, kind of technique. And same with the ground, like under the tree. I could put, you know, I'll start putting some shadows so things start looking more, you know, real. Okay, and I can start putting more darks in the tree. So yeah, I'll play around with that. Okay. Yeah. So, and then of course you could keep playing around with paintings. Here's another painting from many years ago. This one's a lot darker, but just to show you, you know, you just keep detailed. You know, this one it has a lot of darks in it, so you can see like it has a lot more contrast. So that's pretty cool. Okay. So otherwise, guys, enjoy.